Hey, monkeys, how you doing? Damien Keys here. All right then, so Danielle Brigoli, AKA BHAD Bhabie, AKA, and you probably will know her more as Cash Me Outside, how about that? The girl that went on Dr. Phil, or Uncle Phil as I like to call him because I like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She went on a show, was basically rude at the age of 12 or 13, and the whole nation went, oh, she's really rude. And then she got catapulted to fame, and now she's a millionaire. Well, she's just signed a big record deal with a major label for a multiple album deal. And everyone's up in arms about it. All of the music industry is like, say the music industry, all musicians are like, crazy angry. But I'm going to tell you why this is the greatest thing to happen to the music industry in 20 years. She is saving the music industry. She is a hero. She should get a cape and wear the cape because she is saving musicians. That's what she's doing. She's saving lives, is what she's doing. That's what she's doing. She is the savior of the music industry. Let me tell you why I think that, okay? Every few years, this has happened since I was a kid, and it's probably happened well before that. Every few years, there are acts or people that come along and they're always on the X Factor. You always get that one lunatic on the X Factor, but you always get these people who come along, like, for example, someone from the X Factor, like, I don't know, Jedward, or it might be Mr. Blobby if you're a bit older, or it might be Nickelback. Or no, I'm kidding. I quite like Nickelback. But someone like her comes along and grabs the attention. And then all of a sudden she becomes an asset, and she can put a record out. And then obviously they're going to be gone in 5 minutes, but they're just capitalizing on the attention that they've got. But let me tell you some stats about Danielle Brigoli, about Cash Me Outside. She has 3 million subscribers there or thereabouts on her YouTube, but she just put this new video out, this new song out on YouTube, which has just got 25 million plays within 2 weeks. 25 million plays. That equates to over $50,000 alone in just YouTube revenue. Nothing else, just literally from YouTube revenue. That has generated around about $50,000, maybe a little bit more than that. So she is now the youngest artist ever to chart on the top 100, the Billboard Top 100. The youngest artist ever to do that. So she's breaking records as an artist, which I think is pretty impressive. Her Instagram account, she's got like 11.5 million Instagrammers. So imagine the attention she's getting from her Instagram account and why she can actually get paid the big bucks that she does for getting her stuff or other people's stuff in front of an audience of a certain demographic. So with those stats aside, I haven't mentioned the art. I haven't mentioned the song, okay? And this is why she's the savior of the music industry, okay? Because finally, hopefully, musicians all over the world are so angry about this dickhead who is a fucking horrible thing, thinking that she's some kind of music industry pop star and she's coming for Taylor Swift or whoever she says she's coming for. This thing that sounds like the noise I make when I get my sexual organs trapped in something, she thinks that she's taken over the music industry. And the reason why that's amazing is because us musicians have just realized, hopefully, I say us musicians, I mean hopefully musicians all over the world are realizing the state of play of the music industry, the state of play of a major label, and how every single day I get musicians coming to me asking, how do we get a big label on board? There's your fucking answer. That is it. You go and get attention, because that's all that they're interested in. They are interested in attention and money, because it's a big business. It's a big corporation. They don't give a shit about your art. They don't care about that. They don't care about how painstakingly you've put together your song and how 10 years of learning about songwriting has crafted you into a songwriter. That's different. That's smaller labels. That's different people. But the major labels, all they want to know is if they put a bunch of money into this, will they get a bunch more money out of it? Because it's a big business. You know, it's a multi-billion-pound industry, and these guys are taking a lot of the dough. So therefore, It makes sense. So what's great about this is this has just highlighted the point. If you focus towards major labels, you ain't going to get it until you do something which is not in any way related to music whatsoever, until you just get attention. That's all they care about. It's just a numbers game. She has got 11 million people on her Instagram. If she does an Instagram story, probably 1 million or 2 million people will see it, let alone the shares that she'll get, but 1 million or 2 million people will see it. That is a lot of people, and if her demographic happens to be 13 to 18-year-old girls, for example, can you imagine the power that holds for a company who also has a demographic for that don't mind being linked with this turd? So I don't want to be horrible about artists. I mean, actually, weirdly enough, I don't think the song is horrific. I mean, I think if another artist that had come out and it wasn't her, we'd probably go, that's all right. But because it's her and of her background. But for me, this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say stop facing the music industry, because this to me is not the music industry. And good luck to her. She makes loads of money. She don't give a shit what I think. She doesn't give a shit whether I like her music or I don't like her music. She doesn't give a shit what I stand for. This is about, for her, getting attention, selling records, going on tour, making loads of money, enjoying her life. Good luck to her. She's doing it. It's not the music industry for me. That's not real music industry. Just like X Factor. I love the X Factor. I watch it from time to time. I get caught up in all the stories. Is it the music industry? No, of course it's not the music industry. It's television. It's a totally, totally different thing for me. I watch it like a series, like a soap, and I get caught up in the emotion. And then I get to the end of it and I go, am I going to buy the record? Am I bollocks? Of course I'm not going to buy an X Factor record unless fucking all of a sudden Biffy Clyro decide to jump on it and I'm like, all right, I'll buy that. But on the whole, I'm not the demographic. I'm not the target. And for me, that's TV. And this I'm talking about, this is the music industry. And she is a marketer's dream because she lucked it, and this is a big part of it. People get really fucked off with her. It's not her fault. What she did was she just went on TV, was forced probably by her mum to go on TV because she was being a little shit, and she said something where the entire nation just kind of went, ugh, she's horrible, and then she got the whole attention of pretty much the entire world. She wasn't even trying. She just got that. Now, after that, she capitalized on it, but that is a marketer's dream. She basically did something which captured attention. She went viral, is what she did. Through no fault of her own, apart from being horrible, she went viral, and the whole world kind of went, yeah, I want to see what she does. I'm just interested in her and interested in her story. There's nothing wrong with that. That is what we are all trying to do. It's just we don't want to do it in the way that she's done it. We want to do it in a more credible way. But now she's there, why shouldn't she do that? Why shouldn't she try and capitalize on it? While she's got 11 million people going, what are you going to do next? And she goes, I'll put out a song. And 11 million people go, all right, I'll watch that. Or in the case of her, 25 million or 50 million or whatever it is. Why not? Because the demographic, there's still people who actually will go and see her live. She charges $40,000, I've heard, for a meet and greet. Because why not? And that is called supply and demand. Is it right? It doesn't matter whether it's right. What this is about is supply and demand. If there are enough people willing to pay $40,000 for a meet and greet for the amount of time that she wants to spend doing meet and greets, which might be one a month, it might be 10 a day, I don't know. But if you want to have a meet and greet and have a cup of tea with her, $40,000. Is that right? Doesn't make any difference because that's what she charges, because that's what she can charge. So I want musicians to look at her and go, what has the music industry become, which I think they're doing, and then they have to go, well, what's the alternative? The alternative with my art, with the stuff that I'm precious about, that I've been building all my life. You fucking do it yourself. You just ignore this shit because it's not music industry. That is companies like Warner Brothers, and Atlantic, who've just gone, we can make a fast buck on this. Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? It's not music industry, but they'll make a bit of money. Just like if you got inherited 10 grand and someone said, I could probably get you 12 grand back, you'd be like, well, that sounds quite interesting. Why wouldn't you do that? But it's just money, it's finances, it's banking. It's not art. So I want musicians to look at this and go, well, the alternative is we've got to stop facing the music industry and we have to just take control. And there are really good record labels out there, not majors, that are focusing on art, that are working with young artists, and they're the winners. Or you just do it yourself. This is the fucking greatest age to do it yourself. And hopefully she will be the poster of why musicians can just go, fuck that. I'm not being anything to do with that shit. I don't want anything to do with that. I want to be my own artist and be in control, because we can now be in control. Because what I'm doing now is in control. I'm sending you a message from my phone. It's fucking crazy. You can do that today. In fact, you need to do that today. You need to just grab your phone, stick it sideways. That's my tip of the day. Stick it on your fucking landscape and just do a message to people on your audience, and then boost it to your audience so they see it. Play Facebook's game and just tell them something. Talk about something you feel passionately about. Because I feel passionately about this. Not about her. Don't care about her. It bothers me nothing. I care about you, and I care about musicians, and I care about what we can learn from her, because we can absolutely learn some great stuff from the nonsense that is Atlantic signing this. It's not nonsense if you think of it as banking. It's nonsense if you think of it as art. There's the issue. So she, to me, is finance and banking and music and money in order to make the company more money. And what we deal with is music and getting attention for the right reasons. That's what we do. So that's my thoughts, because I heard that this morning and I was just like, at first I was like, oh, I hate the music industry. And I was like, no, actually, wait a minute. That's not right. That's not the music industry. That's like me getting angry at X Factor. It's bullshit. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of Cash Me Outside. You might think it's an amazing song and you might love her. That's totally fine. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the music industry, sort of major labels signing an artist like this. If you think if it makes them less credible, if it makes them smart, if you think that it doesn't make any difference about credibility because they've got the monopoly on it. And I want to know your thoughts. Otherwise, hashtag 60min win. Also, just in case you've got this far in the video, which you probably haven't, but in case you have, I'm going to be coming to Manchester. Thank you so much. There's been so many people in Manchester who have asked if I do come up that we'll have a meeting, and yes, we can. I'm going to book 2 days in, probably October the 24th and 5th, I think it was. I'm going to come up to Manchester. I might even book a room and we can all have a big talk about stuff as well. So we'll do a group thing and some one-to-one stuff. So if you're interested in that, then just let me know, because the more people I know about this stuff, the easier it is for me to put this stuff together. So otherwise, hashtag 60min win, and I'll leave you with that. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Catch me outside!